The Save the Children charity has played a pivotal role in the disaster, sending emergency teams to the worst affected areas. Joining me live from Tokyo is the Japanese CEO of the organisation, Hironobu Shibuya. Sir, can you give me a sense, first of all, of exactly what your teams on the ground are doing at the moment?
Yes, we have already sent out yesterday inspection evaluation team about 100 kilometers north of Tokyo and on the coast, interview children and parents and so forth, assess what the damages are. As we speak, a team of 6, by the way, 3 of 6 happen to be Australians, are going to heading towards Sendai, which is the capital of the Miyagi prefecture, where the most devastating effect is. They're on their way in 2 mini buses with a whole bunch of support materials and trying to establish our operation center there, hopefully by midnight tonight.
What are the unique needs that children affected by this disaster have?
You know, often we talk about the material needs, which is very immediate because, you know, you need to give water and a warm blanket and all the rest of the thing. It is absolutely imperative we think about the devastating psychological effect on children. The magnitude of this devastation, we don't even know the death tolls. I think official figure, to be frank with you, and slightly underestimate to say the least. And how we're going to deal with it's a long-term process. So what we are trying to do is creating what you might call of a child-friendly place, we call it. We've been doing this for many years. It's not just a physical sense of place, but we'll assign the specialists to deal with the psychological impact on children, provide them with something to do and to meaning and comfort them and trying to get them back to the normality of life as soon as possible. But it's a very long-term, very difficult process.
You mentioned that your organisation's been involved in this sort of work for a long time, and indeed you did work after the 2004 tsunami. What did you learn from that experience about how to best help children get over this immediate trauma?
Well, in fact, I chair the committee to evaluate the 5 years of our operation. Of course, you know, when you a magnitude of that kind, we made mistakes. We admit that, but I think all in all, international community gave us pretty good grades on what we did. I think the impact on children, how it affects. Also, you have to be culturally sensitive. It's not just a language question. You know, the different people in different culture react to those situations differently. And so we have to be very sensitized to the prevailing culture. But in the bottom line is those impacts are very difficult to recognize. You know, it's not overt. You know, when you see the starving children, when you see children in need of housing or food, you provide them with whatever it's need. But what affects them psychologically is very difficult to detect. And it lingers a long time, much longer than many people believe.
And just briefly, for people watching who want to help, what's the best thing they can do? What's the greatest need in Japan at the moment?
Well, often I hesitate to see the money issue because Japan, as your countries, when you had a similar problem a couple of months ago, not to the degree it did, I think Japanese has well established, material-wise and so forth. Of course, the challenge for foreseeable future will be how to get where the people are in need. So goods and so forth are really not necessary. It may in a longer term, but I think we have them. Government is very well organized, and the Red Cross and the Self-Defense Force capacity to deliver them. But what we need is a soft side of it. I think we need really is a cash and so that we can determine what the most needs, and it will take some time to really digest this impact of this magnitude to determine really. We are now talking reasonably at this point to 50,000 kids at least, children being affected. We go from there to assess what the needs are and quantify as much as possible within a short period of time.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us tonight, Hironobu Shibuya.